Shifting focus, another big development coming in after Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir's bluff, a failed attempt of trying to intimidate India with its hollow nuclear war threat. The latest to jump that bandwagon is former Pakistan's Foreign Affairs Minister Bilawal Bhutto threatening war against India if it continued to put Indus Water Treaty in abeyance and also construct any dam on it. Seek support from Pakistani as well.
हम इस जिदोजहद में मुझे आपकी ज़रूरत है। हमने सब एक होके मोदी की बर्बारियत पे, मोदी के इस हमले के बारे में, मोदी के इस इरादे के बारे में आवाज़ उठाना है और जिदोजहद करना है ताकि इस जुल्म को भी हम रोक सकें। मैं जानता हूं कि आप में इतना ताकत है, इस मुल्क के अवाम में इतना ताकत है कि जंग की सूरत हो तो जंग में भी हम इनका मुकाबला कर सकते हैं और जो आपके 6 के 6 दरिया है वो वापस हासिल भी कर सकते हैं। और अगर ये हमें मजबूर करते हैं, पाकिस्तान ने ये जंग नहीं छेड़ा था। हम हमेशा अमन के बारे में बात करते हैं। जहां दुनिया भर में पाकिस्तान के सफ़ीर पहुंचे, नुमाइंदे पहुंचे, हमने अमन की बात की, भारत ने जंग की बात की। लेकिन अगर जंग छेड़ा गया है तो हम शाह अब्दुल लतीफ़ बिठाई की धरती से मोदी सरकार को बताना चाहेंगे कि हम पीछे नहीं हटते, हम झुकते नहीं हैं। और अगर आप सिंधु की तरफ इस किस्म की हमला के बारे में सोचेंगे तो फिर पाकिस्तान के हर सूबे के अवाम आपका मुकाबला करने के लिए तैयार है।
This comes a day after Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir yet again resorted to make tall claims and empty threats against India. Pakistan's Army Chief openly warned of a nuclear war from American soil. Munir also threatened to destroy any infrastructure that India builds on the Indus Water's channels, which could in fact impede water flow to Pakistan, saying his country has no dearth of missiles. Now, India's Ministry of External Affairs reacted strongly to Munir's repeated threats. In a statement, the MEA said such comments raised doubts about Pakistan's nuclear command and control. The ministry called it, quote-unquote, regrettable that these threats were made on the soil of a friendly third country, which is the US.
India has got a reasonably accurate assessment about the current Pakistani leadership represented by Field Marshal Munir. And the fact that he has been raising the ante in terms of his rhetoric about trying to intimidate India. We saw this before Op Sindoor. We saw it after Op Sindoor. And now in the United States, he is rattling the nuclear saber. This is not the first time that Pakistan has engaged in this kind of shrill anti-India threats being posed from another, being articulated from another country, particularly the United States. And my reading is that, to your question, I think India has a reasonably accurate assessment about this particular Army officer, Field Marshal Munir, and the manner in which he had elevated himself to be able to steer domestic politics in Pakistan in a manner that he thinks would help him to ward off a series of challenges that he has. That's the first observation. The second, if I may, Kartikeya, I think this is part of a familiar pattern where Pakistani leadership, particularly the military leadership, when it is in power, has tried to use the international forum to draw attention, number one, to Kashmir, and secondly, to play the victim card. So if you read the subtext of what has been said by Field Marshal Munir in the United States, there is absolutely no reference to the fact that Pakistan, in the eyes of the world, is a country that is nurturing terrorism. More often than not, it has been called as the cradle of such jihadi terrorism, not just by the Indian establishment or by Indian analysts and academics, but even those within the United States who track South Asia and the nuclear issue. So I think Field Marshal Munir seems to be under the mistaken assumption, that's the way he's operating, that he would be able to grab the attention, first of all, of President Donald Trump, who, as we know, has taken a position currently which is inimical to India's own interests. So that is the larger context or framework in which I would locate his remarks. And he has also, I think, made a very imprudent kind of threat again,